Hey guys, welcome to our session today on stress and how to manage it. Did you know that stress is a emotion or a pain that we feel in our body, and it gets revealed in our thoughts and behaviors? So I'm going to give you 3 tips today on how to work with stress in your life so that you can live free now. So my name is Vicky Lord and welcome to my channel. So 3 tips today on coping with stress or coping with life in general. You know, life gives us sometimes the hard ball to carry or to throw, and so we've got to work out some ways to go and deal with life. So coping is the thought or the behavior. So we have a thought that comes into our mind, and the thought goes into the body and it creates a behavior. And so what we want to do with our life is to create an emotional awareness and some ways to really understand the thoughts that are going through our mind. So the thought, if it's turned into an intention, gets revealed by feeling in the body, and which turns into a reality. So the first tip that I have for you today is when you're dealing with stress or you want to take your life to a new level of joy, is to start working on yourself. You know, you're really a very important person and you're this being in this great world, and your life is very important. Sometimes it may feel insignificant, but it's actually not. Like, every single little piece of grass out there has the being of life in it, every plant, every flower, and you as well. So you are a very, very special being. And so looking after yourself and taking your self-care to the next level, or being aware of yourself, is key number one. And the way that you look after yourself is by deep breathing, and even just breathing sitting in your seat, and realizing that if you have the breath in you right now, then you have the breath of life, which is so amazing. So you're just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth and feeling it deep inside, because most people breathe up high in their chest when they're supposed to be breathing deep into the belly. So if you can practice breathing in deeper into your body and feeling that breath of life, and when you breathe out, it's the gratefulness of being alive. That very one thing is what people around the world, they call them the masters or the ascended people. They've really mastered the breath of life. So focusing on that, and then adding a little bit of exercise to your days. So stretching the shoulders if you're busy on the desk, and really taking the tension out of the top upper body, because we're so if you have your phone, we sit here so long and we look down, and so our shoulders are getting hunched. So it's really about rotating the shoulders and opening up the room to make the breath available in our body. And then this is a tricky one for some people, but having some sleep. So really, really good quality sleep. So that may be saying to your thoughts that are up here, because a lot of the time thoughts keep us awake at night, and saying, I see your thoughts and I appreciate you. Going to give you a break now, and I'm going to have a night's full of restful sleep. And so when you speak to yourself and say, now it's time for sleep, and putting yourself into giving yourself the break from the brain while you sleep, is great self-care. So that's tip number one, is self-care for yourself, to manage your thoughts and the stressful situations. The second tip is to become a problem solver. So a lot of us, we're taught to just go through life and not really to think. So I used to work making burgers, and there was no thought involved in that. It was go in there, flip the burger, cook the onion, put the onion on the patty and serve it. There was no problem solving. It was just make a burger and get it out, make a burger, get it out. So a lot of people don't realize that you actually are a really good problem solver. And solving problems is really simple. Tip number one is to ask for assistance. So if you take the home, for example, I've got 3 children, and So if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I can say to the kids, hey, can you help me out for a second? I've got to do a project. Can you do the dishes for me? So that's asking for assistance. And just that small little thing can change a big deal. So we don't like asking for assistance because we think, our kids are only young once. Why should I get them to work when they're going to move out and have to do a lot of work when they move out? So we try to give a break while they're at home. But it's actually not that bad. They actually love doing things. So, and everybody loves to be a helpful person. So it's teaching the children to be helpful at the same time as you learning how to ask someone for assistance or for help. And part of becoming a problem solver is taking responsibility. I haven't got the results I want because I haven't taken the responsibility. So responsibility has two words in it. It's got response and the ability. You've got the ability to respond in a way that really shows off how clever and smart you are. So that's tip number 2. So the first one was to look after yourself with your breathing and your exercise and your sleep. And the second one was to become a problem solver. The third one is to become aware of your emotions. So the thoughts in your mind get emphasized in the body. And so you may have had the experience like my gut feeling, or you feel like you're holding the weight of the world on your shoulders. That's because the body is expressing what the mind and the thoughts are thinking. So becoming aware that when your body is feeling all of this, it means the language in your mind is very vocal. So to just become aware of it and observe the thought and say, okay, I see this thought going by and I see my body feeling this. And so the people who really have a lot of joy in their life have come to realize that they're a being first. Right in the deeper inside of who you are, you're a being. And then you've got the outer being, which is your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings. And when you can manage all of them, then you'll come into these situations with a different perspective. You'll walk in there and you'll be like, okay, I've got emotions and feelings going on, and I've got a problem that needs to be solved, and I can take care of myself. And you'll come and look at the situation that is stressful or causing pressure or pain for you, and you can take responsibility for it and create a whole new meaning of life for yourself. And, growing these skills of communication skills, because a lot of the time we don't speak up because we don't want to cause disruption, that in itself is a coping mechanism. So if you realize, your thoughts and your body don't want you to speak up because my body feels pain and my mind is speaking to me and this is what will happen. But if you take a step back and you say, like, a truth is this, and I need to speak and become a problem solver for this situation, your life will change. I'm really excited for you going on your journey of being who you are. If you want to keep staying in tune with these videos, click subscribe or like, and you'll be notified next time we have some more videos out. Bye.